do. Like, we compete with each other day in and day out.
Andrew Schnittker.
Ricky, how do you feel like you and Bam kind of complement each other as a backfield duo?
Honestly, I feel like we all complement each other. But honestly, we take the load off of one another. Like, we don't want to get about 30, 40 carries a game, between one running back, because that's how you burn yourself out, especially when you have plans, taking that next step. So honestly, by us, taking hits and stuff off each other and, splitting the carries that we need to do, I feel like that honestly helps us.
Go ahead, Alec.
Yeah, Ricky, a lot of the guys we've talked to this offseason have just said that because of the familiarity with the system that you guys are just kind of playing faster in camp. Is that something you kind of agree with and have seen?
Yes, honestly.
Jonas?
Hey, Ricky, correct me if I'm wrong, but was last season the first time you played every single game? You didn't miss a game?
Correct.
Do you feel like that was just a small sample size of your potential or the Ricky person you expected to be once you first enrolled, because you were healthy and you played every single game, but you still have more you can show moving forward?
Yes, honestly. I mean, when I first got here as a freshman, I was battling injuries from throughout high school, and it just took me a minute to bounce back just because, I was a freshman, and then we only had, Reggie my freshman year. So I had to, step up and battle through my injuries as a freshman. And then that also, being a running back, you're going to have your nicks and bruises and stuff like that. So they also came along with the game. And then honestly, I feel like the COVID year actually helped me because it allowed my body to bounce back and, get the treatment that I need to, that I needed to get for my body. That's comes from the best training staff that we have, Justin and Elise and everybody else that was hands-on with me throughout that whole time. They just helped me get my body right and, in the weight room with Coach Thunder day in and day out. So honestly, you just start stacking those days on top of good days like that. And then now you start seeing what happened last year. You know what I'm saying?
How are you feeling coming into this camp? Is it like probably the best you felt since you've been there?
It's the best I've felt, fastest I've ever felt. I mean, my body has changed tremendously. So it's been a great camp.
Go ahead, Andrew.
Ricky, looking at the offensive line that you guys will have in front of you blocking for you, you'll have several guys who are, I think, expected to have some big seasons for this team, and guys like Icky and Grant and Dylan. How much does that help you as running backs?
Honestly, it helps. It helps the whole entire offense. I mean, we can't get the offense going without the offensive line, honestly. And, credit to the big boys up front. I mean, they work their asses off day in and day out, and you can see it. And you can tell by the accolades that the whole entire offensive line is receiving. So it's a blessing.
Jonas?
Obviously, everybody knows about you and Bam and Jordan, but Coach Beck and Coach Doran kind of mentioned, is it Demo? Am I saying his name right? Demo?
Yeah, Short, my boy Short.
Yeah, so they both kind of singled him out yesterday after the scrimmage and through camp. What have you seen from him, a younger running back, through the first few weeks of practice?
That guy's he's fast. He's fast. He still got some learning he got to do, but I mean, he's just talented. I mean, he's gifted. That's all I can say. He's really gifted. He's fast. He's starting to pick up on the system well. He can catch the ball at the backfield. He'll put his nose in the fire when it's time for him to block. He's an all-around good player.
Has he kind of like come into the room and kind of soaking up all he can from you and Bam and Jordan?
Yeah, we took him up on our wing day one, and we just, he got questions. He'll ask us, he'll call me, he'll come over to the house, and we all just sit down and we'll talk it out and, just go from there.
Anybody else have anything for Ricky? We're good, Ricky? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Devin still around? Oh, easy, perfect. All right, wide